Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandi Grace. We have made it to the middle of another month, so it's time for our mid-month chit-chats, where I drink some tea and I talk about the month, basically. I did not get any tea in that sip. I tried to sip and then nothing. So what has been happening this month? In the writing world, I've been finishing my read-through of Maziah, so that it's done. So basically what I was doing was just reading the first draft and then taking notes alongside it to see what worked or where the pacing was bad, or if there were places where I just needed to add things or flesh out a particular story arc or anything along those lines. So I have a lot of notes. The read-through is done. I have a lot of notes. This is really random, but I just looked in my closet and realized that there is a sock on the shelf, and I've been missing that sock, and I have no idea how it ended up right there. Anyway, I'm getting ready to write book 2 in this fantasy series in April for Camp NaNo, but I haven't actually done anything yet in March to get ready because I made an outline and did some brainstorming and things in February, and I haven't pulled any of that out because I was focusing on finishing the read-through of the first book first. But now that that's done, I'm going to pull out what I have for book 2 and see if I need to add more before I try to write an entire first draft in April. I did get some tea that time. In the reading world, I've been keeping up with my schedule of the books, because I have to read 4 to 5 books every month to get through that giant stack over there. And I've been keeping up, and I've also been sort of ahead, but it doesn't count, because I have to read 4 or 5 books, but I have to read 4 to 5 of those specific books right there. And I've been reading 2 books a week, but only one of them is off of the stack, and the other one is a Stolen Kingdom book, because I've been reading the Stolen Kingdom series because of the read-along that the author Bethany Altazada has been doing leading up to the release of book 4. Also, incidentally, book 4 of the Stolen Kingdom series coming out this month is the only book that I'm allowed to buy in 2021. I made a goal of not buying any books until I finish that stack, but I will buy The Enchanted Crown. I already have. I've pre-ordered it. It's fine. So yes, I've been reading double what I need to read, but the double doesn't actually count. But I have been doing a lot of reading. That's really the point. So, yes, as the end of the month comes along, I'm going to be keeping up with the reading, hopefully, and going through the book 2 stuff that I have, the outline, the brainstorming, and trying to flesh more of it out. I do need to do some more world building and brainstorming for book 2, I realized, because it's going to take place in a different kingdom. I mean, not entirely. Part of it will still be in the same kingdom as Maziah's story is, but a lot of it is going to be in another kingdom, and I don't actually have that, like, culture figured out yet. So, I will work on that in the next 2 weeks. What else has been happening this month? Oh, I enrolled in a class, Publish and Thrive, Sarah Cannon's class, to get better at publishing books. But, because of my nanny job and my limited free time has been spent either with my writing projects or my giant reading list, so I've gotten way behind on that class. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to finish it. Actually, this coming week is spring break, so I won't be nannying, so I should work on that. See if I can catch back up. I'm not going to try and rush it, but I would like to actually go through the course and learn things and get better. So I need to do that. What else has been happening? Last month I was like so on top of it, and as the month was going, I was writing down things, be like, oh, I did this thing, put that in the mid-month-chit-chat, and this month I did not. I am going to be doing Camp NaNo next month, so the next mid-month-chit-chat will be smack dab in the middle of trying to write the first draft of book 2 of my fantasy story inspired by Arthurian legend, loosely. It started out, like, the initial idea was supposed to be a retelling of King Arthur, but it's sort of branched up. You can definitely see, like, the inspiration, there's a group of knights, and it's medieval fantasy, and there's magic, and like, you can see pieces of it. Like, if you are familiar with Arthurian legend, you could read Maziah's story and be like, oh, I see, some influence here. But it's not as direct. My Robin Hood series is like a Robin Hood series, and this one is different. It's basically just a fantasy series, but it definitely has elements of Arthurian legend. And I'm trying to get some more. I don't want it to be like exactly the same as all the other King Arthur stories. Not that they're all exactly the same. They're not. They're wildly different from each other. So maybe it really is Arthurian legend, because none of them are consistent with one another, especially the further back in time you go. There's just like, it's a completely different story. Characters just happen to have the same names, and not even the same characters sometimes. It's just a whole mess. But yes, I'm going to be writing book 2. That's all I've got. This felt really short. Usually I chat for a while, but I can't think of anything else to say. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing a, literally said I can't think of anything and thought of something while I was saying it. But anyway, along with reading the 4 to 5 books every month, I'm also supposed to be doing a writing craft book every month, and I haven't done March's yet. So I don't really have anything to say about that, but I just realized that I'm supposed to do that this month. The book on the top of that list, I'm staring at it right now, you can't see it, but I can, is Edit Ready. I think I might swap out for one of the other ones, because I'd like to read the Edit Ready one once I'm ready to actually start the revisions. I've done the read-through for Maziah's story, but I'm not doing the revisions until after April is over, because April's going to be Camp NaNo. So I might save Edit Ready for May and do a different book this month. Yeah, I got nothing. I have nothing else to talk about. We weren't even here long enough for my tea to cool off. Has nothing happened this month? For real? Absolutely nothing. Pulling out the bullet journal. Pulling it out. Okay, let's see here. I did the read-through. That is it. I've been doing the read-along with the Stolen Kingdom series. I've been keeping up with my books. That's it. Nothing's happened.